wondered why the guy that did this is in amazing shape. Now I understand why. I've got more of a workout in the last hour than I have in a month, and I've been working my ass off. One little roll like this opens 10 times. So it's gonna wrap from the middle of the boat all the way around to the other side.
We are wrapping up this beautiful present up. Let us know in the comments, what do you think the color will be? You will never see this boat same color again. Mixed Russian dentist and American engineer with 30 years age difference who throw it all away for ocean exploration.
Sell everything, fix the old boat, and sail away.
Time for big guns.
This is definitely the nastiest job I've ever been doing.
Never too late to see the world through our channel. Subscribe and share the adventure.
A 6-inch soft salami, pickles, lettuce.
Maybe like a salami.
Each time I type vinegar in his phone, it comes up Viagra. It's my fault. It's already Spania DJ, you know? Yeah. Soft salami, pickle, lettuce, pepper, spicy mayo, and Viagra.
There, that is the best one. Okay. Yeah, vinagre.
Vinagre.
This is how my husband imagines safety line.
Tie that end up to the cleat, please, so if I fall, I don't just like hold on to the back going,
Well, it depends if you were a good husband today or you're a bad husband today. That's gonna depend on my nut.
You want to sail for the rest of your life, or do you want to?
I'm gonna sail. I don't know about you.
All right, that's good, so I can still move over there. So now put it around the cleat.
I hope no one gonna comment on this knot.
Those of you guys out there that are trying to critique this woman, you say it one time, and she'll do it her way anyway, so we see it. All right. Good. Imagine this is a huge bed sheet. So you have to keep the same distance on top all the way across. So you're going to take that top corner and you're going to go to the next beam and hold it while I tape this one. Then I'm going to move to that beam and you're going to go to the next one. Got it?
Can you please repeat?
Detail. Always make sure you put the razor blade in the correct holder in the correct position. Not like this. One other very important factor. When you're using a razor blade, you always push on the dull side to cut. Even with gloves, if you're not watching, you push on this side, the sharp side, then you end up with this. How was your trip to the store?
Well, the store was alright, but the transmission seems not to be here. What's happening?
We had a frickin' downpour. Got all of the masking soaking wet that we put on after 4 hours, and I get down here in the bilge to start lowering the transmission. We've got more water down here than on the deck. Some hole must have got plugged upstairs, and an overfill somehow put all the water from the deck into the bilge. Like,
No. Really?
how we can have water in the bilge and we're on the hard?
That's crazy. Where would that come from?
Interesting question. Next time it's pouring rain, you'll have to come sit down here and see where it's coming from.
Are we gonna take everything with shop vac?
No, there'll be 10 trips. There's a ton of water. We're gonna have to pump it with a bilge pump. And then we get down to the end, then we use a shop vac.
So there is water here on where the generator goes. There's a whole bunch of water and dirt. And I suspect that all the water came from here. Yeah, I can see the hole.
See, normally that has to go up above the deck and back down again. Looks like what happened is that the water from the generator exhaust that I had to remove was below deck level, so everything from the deck ran into the bilge. So now I've got to hook up a bilge pump to pump all this water out. And it's probably gonna rain again tomorrow, so we can sit down there.
Well, can't we like seal the hole for now?
Oh, I want to see where it's leaking.
I know where it's leaking. It's leaking right there.
The good thing about having a big bilge, you can sit here and work. The bad thing about a big bilge, when it fills with water, it's a big job getting it out.
Always the case with big things. So much water came through that little hole.
I have no idea where, but a ton came through. I didn't even think it rained that much, so it was collecting everything from the boat.
Good thing we have that hole yet. Otherwise we would have to haul everything back and forth 500 times.
So I've just learned one thing. This is plastic that shrinks when you heat it. So when I started this morning, I had the right measurement. And now, because the sun came out, it shrunk by a foot. So we have a 1 foot window.
Fixing your mistakes?
These aren't mistakes. We needed a window to see the boat coming by.
So I learned something about this plastic. It's heat shrink, so when you put heat on it, it gets tight. So it makes it strong. So even in 50-mile-an-hour winds, it doesn't go away. But when I started this morning, it was cold. I measured it, put it in the exact center. Being an engineer, I thought that was great. The sun came out and it shrunk it. So I've learned that I should always give about 2 extra feet. Plastic is not that expensive that I have to worry about 1 inch.
2 extra feet is always good. Sometimes even 2 extra centimeters make a difference.
Depends whether it's hot or cold.
All right, sandwiches are here.
Executive meal.
Drinking this Coca-Cola or being up there on the scaffold. My bet is the scaffold safer. This is a mystery sandwich. Subway in Latin America. I put no onion. I have bacon. Who knows what this is?
I think I got mine.
Sure you did.
So how long do you think it's gonna take us to paint the boat and remove this plastic back?
I've been asked that question 6 times this week from my friends. And all 6 friends, I said, I don't know.
Cool. Once you put this thing on the corner or on the edge, you're supposed to like pull very hard, and then that way it's not flopping all over.
Our very good friend here in the boatyard, I watched him do all the plastic work, and I said, that's pretty simple. So I talked him into, I said, you know, why don't I just do it myself, save some money? And what I've learned is that this is not that simple at all.
I guess I'm rubbing off on you because I think always everything is simple and nothing is.
Well, maybe then my engineering is rubbing off on you too.
I don't think so.
We are using the All-Grip 545 epoxy primer, so it's going to require a 1-to-1 mixture, the D3001 converter and then the D1001 gray base. They get mixed 1-to-1, and then we'll be pouring that into our high volume, low pressure gun for applying onto the boat, so it has very, very limited overspray. Let's get mixing. What I want to note is we first started and applied on all of the areas of the boat the high build primer, which is also by All-Grip. Here we've got the D8002 and then we have the 3002. So the combination of these provide a very thick, hard base that not only seals but covers a lot of the small imperfections. So 2 coats of this first, and then we finish up with 2 coats of the 545, and now we have enough build to start sanding before the top coat. It's very important to note that the finish coat sprayer has a small 1.9 to 2 millimeter nozzle. The primer has a 2.5 to 3 millimeter nozzle. That means when you're laying the primer down, it goes in a lot thicker, a lot heavier. So when you're using the high build, a regular spray gun is not going to work. It's going to clog up. So typically I use a primer gun and then I use a finish gun. 2 different guns for 2 different types of purposes. Yana, can you turn on the air compressor?
Ow!
See that switch on your right? That's the cover's open?
Yes.
Flip it up. Go ahead and put the mask on. I'm gonna show you how to spray. And then squeeze the trigger a little bit and some air will come out, and all the way will be the paint. But up on the rail, not down there. What you wanna do is you wanna do this. So air first to blow the dust away, and then squeeze all the way. Squeeze all the way. Straight, not like this here. Good. You're wasting too much paint if you keep going. Spray, let up, spray, let up. And stay straight with the edge, don't go sideways. Excellent.
So what happened?
Well, we used up the paint. Considering everything's working well and the temperature's right, I'm going to mix the rest of the paint and go ahead and spray the whole inside of the gunnel. Great idea. I think I'll have a Bud Light and you go ahead and finish spraying.
Well, if you think I'm qualified enough.
Hey, Bud thinks you're qualified. Second batch, we're going to get this boat gray before the sun sets. Painter coming through. There's one little spot that has sand inside the primer, but it's okay. That's just going to attribute to the anti-skid. Very important is in between mixing batches of paint, you need to put lacquer thinner inside the gun and spray the lacquer thinner so all the parts of the gun are clean. That way when you put more paint in, it's not going to have clumps of paint inside. That small step can ruin your whole day, missing. So off we go to... Anything else needs priming around here? The epoxy two-part primer and paint, it hardens based on the chemical reaction between the catalyst and the base. So if you don't get your gun cleaned immediately after using it, the gun is pretty much has to be thrown away, because once it gets hardened inside the gun, it's not possible to get the gun cleaned out. So I understand when my dad used to scream when he would say, "Get the gun cleaned out." And we would be sitting and playing and wrestling around and messing around, my brother and I. And my dad would come in and say, "The gun's not cleaned yet?" Well, now I understand why.
So the whole boat is sprayed with primer. Yesterday, the hull. Today, guess what? Someone didn't wear gloves while he was cleaning the gun. And now he's in pain. Ouch. That lacquer thinner, not acetone, actually eats even through the gloves, which I've discovered lately as well. Yeah, so the whole boat is sprayed with a primer. Today we finished the inside the gunnels. Now back to sanding. Can't say that I'm really looking forward to it, but it is what it is, because I was the one who was insisting to change the color. Can't blame anyone. Someone is hurt.
Ow. You don't want to see this guy.
No, but we do want to see people who don't wear gloves and how life gets them back. Oh, is it hurt?
No. It burns. And I know Perry Diddle's gonna say, "I told you you should wear gloves."
Perry, hello to you. What did we learn today?
Put your hand under your arm to keep the air from going past it.
Okay, I feel sorry for you.
Laughing all the way.